All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about ready. They finally took the field. These lineups are not correct. I will get them updated as soon as I possibly can. As I have to wait for the lineup to actually show up on the screen to snap a picture. So. Again, trying to get the Centeno in 6. So I will get them updated as we go. Rich Hill is getting the start for the U.S. squad. He's older than he's been playing in the MLB longer than most of these guys have probably been alive, honestly. All right, so we are finally underway. All right, first pitch is ball one. This quality looks absolute garbage. Thank you, whoever is doing that. Thank you. All right, apparently it's 2-0. And that one is popped up and foul out of play. Why? It's not working. All right, to the 2-1 pitch and fouled away. Just 1 second as I get my little score bug up here and operating. Apparently, it's not going to work today. And another foul out of play down the left field line. Again, all of these Mexican league stadiums have a lot of area in the foul territory. So the lots of room to make plays over in foul territory. The pitchers hate it, obviously, as that misses inside, and that's going to bring the full first at bats, 1 full count already. Another foul away, out of play. There we go. Now we finally got my... There we go. All right, so that's going to be ball 4 as it just misses inside, and Villegas will walk to lead off Puerto Rico's attempt to win the Premier 12. So Rich Hill out on the mound again. He's played in I don't know 75,000 MLB games. Did make an appearance for the Red Sox today or this season, as that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is 1 pitch and 1 out. And Vaz with the beautiful 4-6-3 double play to end their little base running adventure. You gotta love a solid little double play. Ceballos will step in again. Tobias, the third baseman. Again, these the lineups are not correct. They are still left over from the Panama versus Netherlands game, as that's in there for ball. Again, they do not have a actual little trackman zone, as that's misses 2 and 1. All right, Santana, Beta. As that's going to be a 1-2 hopper to the wall, and he is going to be cruising into second base with a 2-out double as Ceballos gets one and puts it into the wall. Thank goodness for that 2 outs or that double play, as a first hit for Puerto Rico is a double with 2 outs. Rich Hill is not a guy that's going to strike a lot of guys out. He's going to hope for ground outs and weak contact all day long. As Cortez will step in. Beta? Beta. Oh, no. Wrong button. All right, first pitch misses, and that's going to be a ball. And in there for a strike, 1-1. Again, a little slow to get things going, but once I get it all set up, it'll be much, much smoother for those of you watching. And outside again, Rich Hill is putting out a fantastic vocal performance today after every single thing, every pitch he pitches. And the 2-1, that's going to be lifted. Left right fielder over under it, and 3 will go to the bottom of the first, and it's 0-0. I'll stay here. Thank you. I can't read your name, but thank you. All right. Rivera. Villegas is left field. Again, I will slowly get all of this. Don't worry. I'm not this boring all the time. Just a lot of it. Bios. Play third. Again, they do not. There's no place that I've found that shows the lineups before the game starts, so I have to wait for the lineup to show up on the screen during the broadcast. And I live in Korea here, so everything I'm doing is in Korean, so I'm translating it from Korean to English so that you guys can hear whatever they're talking about or any information. So everything I have is Korean, so I have to, some things take me a little bit longer to figure out exactly what the heck is on the screen. All right. Center field for John. Vera is shortstop. All right, the Puerto Rican lineup is all set and fixed. I'm still waiting for the pitcher and the U.S. lineup. All right, so U.S. lineup, I've got my picture. I'm sure you guys just heard my camera go off. Again, Korea does not have a option to not have the sound. So Simpson is leading things off. Chandler Simpson. And he looks at strike one. It's 0-1. And the chopper to the first baseman in time, or chopper to the pitcher. I was trying to read his number 51. Bermudez is the pitcher for. So Simpson with the 1-3 ground out to lead off the attempt of Team USA. All right, up next is Matt Shaw. Again, I'll tell you who's hitting and stuff until I can get everything set up correctly. Bermudez. All right. Ball 1-1 to Shaw, not Simpson. And that's going to be a single right back up the middle. And like that, U.S. has their first base runner, ladies and gentlemen. Shaw. Next up is going to be Luke Ritter. Number 11, Luke Ritter, and that's in there for a strike. 0-1. Bermudez is quickly getting in ahead in these counts. All three batters have been a first pitch strike. They're going to have to go up there expecting to swing the bats, apparently. All right. The left-hander looks over at first. Still looks over at first. And finally comes back and fouls that away 0-2. Love it, McIver. Some of these names that I've come across have been absolutely fantastic in my research. All right, the 0-2 pitch to Ritter, and that's up high. Ball 1-2. Elko. Again, the U.S. roster is obviously not correct. That is still the Netherlands roster. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. He is taken forever. And checks over. They pick him off as he was going on the move. And just like that, the one base runner that they have is no more as he is picked off. Is not even close. Just waiting for him to slide into it. All right, here comes the 1-2, and that's going to be lifted into center field under it, and there we go. The U.S., they get a single, but they're picked off, and that leaves the wrong Premier 12 innings. Oh, let's try that one. All right, let me get back to my work, and I should be done pretty soon. Then I can chitty chat. Crawford is in the 7 spot. Eighth spot. Thomas, Colby Thomas. And batting in the 9th hole is almost ready. Almost ready. Ready. So close. All right, we should be back. Ross will be up for Team Puerto Rico. Ross Centeno, followed by John Vera. Ritter is playing second base, so come on, let's get this done. Pitching, Elko is first. All right, Rich Hill back out on the mound. First pitch blows it past him at 88 miles per hour, ladies and gentlemen. Throwing the heat. Yeah. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Rich Hill working from the stretch, number 26 out on thy mound. And that's going to be a single over the jumping shortstop. And Ross is on with a leadoff single. That is the second inning and the second leadoff base runner for Puerto Rico. Crawford is playing center field. Is playing left field, perfect. All right, there we go. I finally got everything situated. Now I can actually broadcast. All right. Juan Centeno steps in. The 1-0 pitch, and he bunts into the glove, and that's going to be 1-1. Look at the flow from MacGyver. I just want to call him MacGyver every single time. Interesting, U.S.A. does not put the names on the back of the uniforms, as that's in there for a strike, and it's 1 and 2. Welcome back, Star. And he fouls that away. Stays 1 and 2. 74 on the gun for that curveball. Kyver. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did. And that is going to be Rich Hill's first strikeout of the day. Everybody loves a Rich Hill strikeout. Nah. Old Rich Hill. Yeah. That one gets away from the catcher. Does he go? He does not. And that's going to be a ball 1-0. Right, Rich Hill steps off the mound, fakes the throw over to first. All right, the 1-1 and throws over and a swing and a miss there. The runner heads for seconds, but not going to be able to get it as the catcher wasn't able to figure out where the ball was. As he has been looking around for the ball the whole time. Anytime there's a foul, he's not able to pick up where it is. As he is not used to a curve like that, as his glove ended up coming off as it hit the foot of the batter. And just misses 2-2. Those are some ugly looking uniforms. Like netting all the way through the back. They look like yeah, maybe they're the Fanatics things. As that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws in time. A big throw across the diamond just gets him. Not only that, but he's able to keep the runner over at seconds as he catches that flat-footed back on the grass. What a throw. Gets him by a quarter of a step. All right, that's going to bring up Pagan. A swing and a miss there. 0-1. Oh. Esquiel Pagan. And that catches the bottom of the zone. 0-2. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. 2 outs, runner on seconds. And that's going to be a chopper. Second baseman grabs it on the grass. The throw to first in time. And that'll be the end of the top of the seconds. We'll go to the bottom of the seconds. It's 0-0, ladies and gentlemen. Another single goes over to second on the wild pitch, but you know, they've had 3 base runners and nothing to show for it, honestly. American Pizza, Papa John's. Papa John's. Again, for those of you that don't know, I'm in Korea, so I have a Korean broadcast in this year that you'll often hear me just start speaking Korean. It's because I'm usually making fun of the Korean commercials that I hear because they're really very bad. They're very redundant. You see them over and over and over again. All right. All right, so that's gonna sweep up MacGyver. Man, 0-1. And outside, 1-1. And check swing. Did he go? Did not. I have not seen them call a check swing yet. There were plenty of check swings in the first game, but I have not. I really have not seen them call a check swing at all, which is very surprising. At the same time, I wonder if they even are paying any attention. All right. The 2-1 pitch. There is nobody on base. And a swing and a miss. 2-2. Oh god, those annoying sounds. Reminds me of the South African World Cup with the Venezuela or whatever that was called. All right, the 2-2 pitch to McIver. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to be the first strikeout of the day for Bermuda. All right, that's going to bring up Elko for the U.S. Mr. Tim Elko. Gotta love the high fastball. It's one thing that they do not throw very often in the KBO. I really wish they would throw it more, but they just don't. All right, first baseman Tim Elko steps in, and a big swing and a miss there. 90, 90 miles per hour. I mean, it's not like they're throwing 100 here. But they're elevating it, making it much harder for these righties to be able to get to it, especially coming from a lefty. All right, the 0-1 pitch. And that runs inside 1-1. Oh, beer vendor. Nice to see more people at this stadium. The Panama Netherlands game didn't hardly have anybody actually watching the game. Is that's going to be a swing and a miss at another high fastball, 89 on the gun on that one, but it looked like he was way behind it. All right, the 1-2 pitch to Elko. And a swing and a miss. Another elevated fastball way up in the zone. It's 2 straight strikeouts. Lots of tattoos on this man. All right, that's going to bring up Williams, the shortstop. First pitch fouls. That's one out of play. 0-1. The U.S. team, they had a ground out in the first at bat, then a single, but he was picked off, and then a fly ball. You're at your sixth batter with 2 outs in the bottom of the second, and the 0-1 pitch, and another high fastball. 0-2. Nope, that one's off speed. 83 changeup. But they're doing the same thing. They're just going to the top of every single zone against these right-handed hitters for the U.S. All right, the 0-2. Are they going to change it up a little bit to go off speed? Nope, they're going to set up upstairs, and another swing and a miss. On the high fastball, 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. And we'll go to the 3rd inning. It's 0-0. And the U.S. doesn't look like they're ready. And Jonathan Bermudez is the pitcher for Puerto Rico. He's in the Miami system. Played in AA, AAA, and actually made the big leagues this year. 21 games, 18 starts, 3.38 ERA, 99 strikeouts, and 101.1 innings. So, he's definitely a strikeout guy. For him, the issue is going to be control. He has 99 strikeouts and 101.1 innings, but he also has 50 walks in that 101.9 innings. And he's also given up 12 home runs. So the 2 main pitchers for Puerto Rico are going to be Jonathan Bermudez, who's pitching today, and then I believe Derek Rodriguez will be the other main starter, and then Ruben Ramirez and Luis Cruz. Those will be the main starters, the 4 starters. But both Jonathan Bermudez and Derek Rodriguez both struggle with giving up the home runs. Again, Bermudez, 12 home runs on the season and 101 innings. Derek Rodriguez in the Mexican League played for Jalisco. In 19 starts, he's 95 innings, but he's also given up 13 home runs. So have to think that the Puerto Rican team, a lot of those guys, you're looking at some strikeouts. All right. So Rivera will lead things off, the number 9 hitter for Puerto Rico. First inning, they had the leadoff batter on with a walk, was eliminated on a 4-6-3 double play. Can Rich Hill keep them off the base pass as the first pitch is up high, 1-0? Can Rich Hill keep the leadoff runner off the base pass? Yadiel Rivera, the shortstop. And that's 2-0. So Villegas led off the game with a walk and quickly 2-0. And that misses upstairs 3-0. He is really struggling with command. I'm honestly surprised that he is the leading off. He is the number one pitcher. Is that's in there for a strike 3-1. You know, they do have plenty of other guys, lots of AA, AAA guys who've also started. As that's going to be a swing and a miss there. 3-2 now. Again, Casey Lawrence, I imagine, will be another starter. Zach Grotz will be another starter, and Austin Drury will be round out the starting rotation, I guess, for this tournament. Again, you got a lot of games in a very short amount of time, as the A group will play, and then they'll have a couple days off to travel, as that is going to be another leadoff walk. 3 innings, 2 leadoff walks, and 1 leadoff single, and he is working from the stretch all day today. That's going to flip the lineup back over as Villegas walked in his first at-bats to lead off the game 0-for-0. Edgardo Villegas. Villegas. As that's in there for a strike. Big curve at 72 miles per hour. All right, the 0-1, and that's in there for a strike two. At the bottom of the zone, it's 0-2. Maybe he should just pitch from the stretch. When he did play this season, didn't start at all. Played 4 games for Boston, as that's upstairs. Came out of the bullpen each time. No starts. 0-1 in those 4 games. 4.91 ERA. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. All right, the 1-2 pitch to Villegas, and that is lifted into right field. Right fielder under it, grabs it, and 1 away. The Korean announcers are mesmerized by how long Simpson's legs are. He is reminds me of Kevin Durant, honestly, the way his body is. He's very tall, lanky, with long legs. But Vaz, and he goes, and in there, that was a really late slide. Ooh. That was a really late slide. He literally slid and almost jumped into the bag with his hand. Like, he landed touching the bag. And those are some bright cleats. He's got like highlighter cleats. All right, so another runner in scoring position for Puerto Rico as he fouls that away and makes it 0-2. Again, they had a runner in scoring position in the first, a runner in scoring position in the second, and a runner in scoring position in the third, as they have had plenty of opportunities early in this game. All right, the 0-2 pitch, the low, 1-2. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch to the second baseman. Rich Hill checks over at second. Comes, and did he go? He tipped it, and that will go down as the second strikeout, and a big one. Is 2 outs now with that runner staring over at second base. Rich Hill, known for his absolute blazing fast fastball, way up high, tipped it into the glove. He probably went around anyway, and that's his 2 away. Here in the top of the third, that's going to bring up Caballos, who doubled in his 1 at bats, and that's in there for a strike. Caballos looked like he was calling time, but he wasn't getting it. He had a few words for either the umpire or Rich Hill. I'm not sure which one it is, but anyway, we're ready for the 0-1 pitch. Again, 2 outs now. Runner over at seconds after the stolen base. The comes, and that's upstairs, 1-1. Rich Hill. These guys know no clue what they're talking about, as that's misses outside. They, the Korean announcers are talking about talking in Spanish, and they're like, "Oh, very many people and many players or many people in the U.S. know Spanish," and it's like, no, not really. Most Americans only speak one language. All right, the 2-1 pitch now to Caballos, and misses up again, and it's 3-1 now. He's trying to go upstairs, but he is letting go of it just a little bit too soon. Bermudez waiting to come out as the fans kind of slowly creep their way into the stadium. And that's going to be ripped foul. And the ball boy's like, please tell me that was foul, because the ball boy made the play as the as Devani dove, but just foul. That runs the count full also. Second full count of this inning. He walked Rivera, who's over on second, walked him in the first one as just foul. That ball boy might not want to field that. All right, the 3-2 pitch, swing, and it tips it into the mitts, and that will be the third strikeout for Rich Hill. 2 big ones here to end the third inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 0-0. As no team can come up with much offense. 네. 안녕하세요. 네, 모든 경기 중계 방송해요. All right, Crawford will lead things off for the Team USA. Again, 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts in the last inning for Bermudez. As the U.S. is still looking for, they do have a hits, but again, they were picked off. He has faced the minimum so far. 경기 보고 있어요? Alright, we should be just about to bat. Oh! 아, 네. 자유 계약 선수 계약 하는 것 생각 어때요? 그거 맞아. 네, 엄상백, 심우준 계약 생각 어때요? All right, here we go. Crawford steps in. They got a lefty now. He's not. See if he goes with something other than that high fastball. And he goes with a slow curve in there for a strike. 왜 심우준 계약했어요? 근데 이도윤, 왕양묵 이미 있어요. All right, the 0-1 pitch. And outside, 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Crawford. Slow to come to the plate as that one is popped up. That might be a little bit of trouble. Right fielder under it, and one away. Nah. All right, here comes Thomas. Who's Thomas? Colby Thomas. And in there for a strike, 0-1. All right, the 0-1 pitch. Another righty for the U.S. And a big swing and a miss. Again, the high fastball, 90. 제 생각엔 그거 너무 좋아해요. 다른 팀으로 나가요. All right, the 0-2 pitch. And ooh, catches him looking on a pitch. Might have been a little inside. That probably was not a strike in the KBO with the KBS or the ABS system. But it is a strike here in the Premier 12, as that was not a. Again, this is what I talk about the ABS system. The thing I really like is that was not a strike in the first game between Panama and the Netherlands. But here it's a strike because all the umpires have different. Yeah. Another high fastball fouls it into the mitts. 근데 롯데하고 KT하고 그 팀 유격수 필요해요. All right, the 1-1 pitch. And misses inside. 2-1. 한화는 차타 중 내야 선수 너무 많아요. 네, 비급 때문에 다른 팀 선수이나 개혁 2배 내해요. 그래서 그거 힘들어요. All right, the 3-1 pitch. And that's strike on the outside, and full counts now for Devaney. All right, the 3-2 pitch. One strikeout already. And that misses inside. That's going to be ball 4. And Team USA has their second base runner of the day. And that'll bring up Simpson, who grounded back to the pitcher in his first at-bat. 올해 자주 가지 않았어요. 너무 더웠어. 보통 집에서 한화 경기 중계 방송했어요. 상상 중계? All right, Simpson, 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch swinging, and that's going to be a fly ball left fielder under it. And 3 away. They get a base runner, but it doesn't mean anything, and we'll go to the 4th inning. Quickly. As, again, I have to adjust these each time as I didn't quite set it up right. 네. 근데 내년 어때요? 새 구단 하고 많은 사람 시즌권 사고 싶어요. 아직 몰라요. 외국 때문에 보통 12월 다음 1월 알아요? 근데 제가 매년 계약해야 해요. 그래서 제 계약하지 않으면 근데 제가 다른 도시로 이사해야 해요. 그래서 제가 항상 12월 다음 해 일하려 해요. All right, Cortez should be leading things off. 네, 그래서 as we've got a new pitcher here, number 34, Daryl Thompson, a Milwaukee AAA prospect. What did I say? Daryl Thompson. All right, so Cortez looks at ball 1. Daryl Thompson, not a bad start for a beard, but all right, the 1-0 that misses badly. 2-0. 제가 저는 다른 비서 있어서 한국에 계속 살 수 있어요. 근데 매년 계약해야 해요. All right, the 2-1 pitch again. Puerto Rico's had their leadoff runner on the first 3 innings so far, and Cortez's fouls that one off of the umpire's mask. He's like, nope, I'm all right. I'm good. Let's go. Blink. Catcher turns around, checks on the umpire as they both usually get hit. As that's fouls away. Nah. All right, the 2-2 pitch from the big lefty, and that's misses wide. 3-2, the third full count of the day for Puerto Rico. The 2 of them last inning with a walk and a strikeout, and then Cortez here looking at 1 here in the top of the 4th. As that's going to be a swing and a miss. Sara inde Sara Isa. Sara inde Sara Isa. And that's first pitch is up high. 1-0. U.S. finally retires the first batter for Puerto Rico. They finally get to actually play the game without runners on base. And the 1-0, and that's going to be popped up. The first baseman, Elko, giving chase, but just gets out. Again, there is a ton of room in foul territory. I would say just from first base going straight over is you're looking at 60, 70 feet in both of the stadiums that they're playing in. The stadium that they played in the first game and this stadium here. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. So 1-2. 93 on the gun as they're not able to make contact with the low fastball. We'll see if he goes upstairs like they've been doing against the All right, the 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss, and that's going to be another strikeout on a fastball down at the knees, and it's 2 down. Again, he is a Milwaukee Triple-A guy. 15 games on the season, 2-1, a 2.57 ERA, 15 games, 14 innings, 17 strikeouts, 12 walks. So does struggle with command a little bit as get himself a new baseball, as that one's got all the strikeouts it can get, and that's going to bring up Centeno. He is 0 for 1, struck out in his first at bat. A big swing and a miss there, and it's one. It's why? What is up with their score bug? It's 0-1. Good Lord, they need me broadcasting this game. They've got the score bugs at 1-2, and then now it's 1-1, but there's only been 1 pitched, and the 0-1 just misses outside. 1-1. And now it says it's 2-1. Good Lord. Juan Centeno, the catcher, 0 for 1 on the day. Very wide. Oh my Lord, that might be the widest stance I've ever seen. Is we're having some technical difficulties, as I have no idea what's going on. Apparently, we're gonna watch the flag ceremony. Hopefully, they get this fixed soon. As I have no idea. I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what's going on. The broadcast is. I'm staring at Mexico, and so 2-1 is the counts. I'm listening to the broadcast now because this is not working. All right. The all right. The 2-1 count. What is going on? I have no idea what's going on, guys. I'm sorry. Apparently, there's a commercial now. All right. So I don't know what happened. Apparently, there was an out. I don't know how the out happened, but yeah. Sorry, I am at the mercy of the broadcast, and the broadcast did something. But I can say that it says it's the bottom of the fourth now with 0-0 still. I do not know how the inning ended. We'll just put a little question mark there. Shaw will lead things off for the U.S. team. And as they come up to bat in the bottom of the fourth here. Man, that is twice now. It happened in the very first game, too, also with a very crucial situation. There was runners on, I believe, second and third, and the Netherlands ended up getting a hit while they were fixing the broadcast. Again, this is not regular TV. It is a stream. So I watch a stream and then I kind of tell you what's going on. So I'm not, obviously, I'm not in Mexico. I'm in Korea. Could not be really much farther away. All right. So apparently we've got a 1-1 counts too. As that is going to be a foul. I don't know if it's a 1-1 count or not. Maybe, I guess, 1-2 count. All right. Oh, that one is filed away. Again, apparently it is 1-2 counts. I've only seen one pitch, and it was a foul ball, but we'll go with what's on the screen since I can't see anything else. All right. Shaw single was picked off in his first at bats. Man, this is taking forever for him to come to the plate, as that is going to be another single as that drops in front of the center fielder, and he is on base for the second time today. Two singles now, both hits for the U.S. have come off of Shaw's bats. We'll see how what he thinks about trying to steal again. And once again, the stream locks up. Can't believe I have to pay for this crap. All right, well, still waiting. Sorry, guys. Nothing I can do. All right, there's apparently a 2-0 count. All right, as he pops it up, Ritter in foul territory, and that will be 1 away. Sorry, guys. All right, now that we've got that figured out, McIver is steps back in. He struck out in his first at bats. Again, that was the 3 strikeout inning, 4 strikeouts and 5 batters. And here comes the pitch. They'll check over on Shaw again. He makes 1 step back and is in. All right. Here comes the pitch. And inside 1-0. All right, so the 1-0 pitch to McIver. And the 1-0, this is low, 2-0. And Puerto Rico's pitcher, did pitch in the NL, pitch for Miami some this year. So both starters for this game did pitch in the MLB this year. Again, Rich Hill pitched in 4 games for Boston, and then Bermudez here pitched in the NL also. And checks over again, and it's dun, 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 dun. All right. All right, the 2-0 pitch. McIver, the cleanup hitter, the number 4 hitter, the man behind the plate, and he comes, and that's ripped foul. As the ball boy misplays that, as that goes down inside the netting, it looks like, as he looked at someone to kind of help him out there. All right, so we've got the 2-1 count again. Shaw on first. He singled in his first at bat, was picked off. He singled here in his second at bat to lead off this inning. And then a pop up in foul territory by Ritter leaves him over at first. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. And pops him up in foul territory. Catcher, but just out of play. And that will make it 2-2. Dun, dun, sh, dun, dun, sh, dun, dun, sh, dun, dun, sh. right, let's try this again, ladies and gentlemen. The 2-2 pitch. Gonna go up high and just misses up high. Try to go up high to get that, but McIver has made the adjustments, not chasing that pitch up top. And that is going to be trouble for Bermudez if these U.S. pitchers or U.S. hitters are not going to chase that high fastball. And he does struggle with command. 50 walks in 101 innings. So trying to lay off that ball that's is a ball, but it looks so good. You know, I'm a right-handed hitter. It looks so good. It looks like you're just going to absolutely crush it, but it just never drops. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. And swing tips it into it, but that's going to be another strikeout. 5th strikeout of the day now. Leadoff single, and now they're down to 1 more outs. As they are unable to do much. And Shaw, the Team USA has 2 hits, and Shaw has both of them. That's going to bring up Elko. He struck out in his first at-bat also. Back in the 2nd inning, the first baseman. And fouled back, 0-1. Dun, 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 dun. All right, the 0-1 way upstairs, 1-1. All right, it's the 1-1 pitch. A little soft toss over to first base, maybe to get him to take a little bit bigger lead off. All right, the 1-1 again up high. 2-1. Oh for 1. Ooh, Timothy Elko, not just Tim. All right, the 2-1 pitch. And comes home, swing and a miss, 2-2. 89. Again, it's not really a high fastball. It's around the belly button, but pretty high for in terms of a fastball, especially coming from that lefty there. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Slow to calm, and he finally does, and another swing and a miss. And that will end the 4th. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, we're ready, I guess. And that's outside 1-0. Oh, Thompson back out there. He 2 strikeouts and something else. Again, I don't know how the other game ended. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a slow roller to the second baseman. Grabs it, throws, and 1 away. All right. And a big swing and a miss there. Pagan 4-3 ground out in his first at bat. 0 for 1 on this young day. At least young here. It's 9:19 in the morning. All right, the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be lifted. That hits hard. And it caught right at the wall. That was a long out. All right, so Rivera now steps in as 2 quick outs here. And that's going to be a chopper. Shortstop over, grabs it, throws. Not a good throw, but a scoop by Elko at first. And that will be the end of the top half of the 5th. It's still 0-0 as both teams have 2 hits and no runs. We are not working on breaking any offensive records, that's for sure. Trying to see if there's anything showing lineups for the rest of the leagues. Or the rest of the games, because I'm trying not to have to create these lineups so late where I'm missing kind of the first couple innings of being able to broadcast. So, but I don't think there's gonna be much for peons like myself, the plebs of the world. All right, so Villegas should start off or should lead off the inning. Go 1, 2, 3 up at the top of the lineup. We'll see what happens. We're in the bottom. What am I doing? What am I talking about? Williams will lead things off. Williams, Crawford, and Thomas. We do have a new pitcher. And number 28 out on the mound for Puerto Rico, Raymond Burgos. Listening to these Korean announcers try to pronounce these guys' names is quite entertaining as he misses outside. So Raymond Burgos in the Giants organization played in rookie ball, A ball, and had himself a little cup of tea and cup of coffee, as that's going to be lined to right field and one away. So played rookie ball, A ball, then up to the NL 17 games, 3-2 on the season with a 138 ERA. That doesn't sound right. But also plays in the Mexican League. Maybe those are his Mexican League stats. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. All right, Crawford steps in. And that's Mrs. Lowe, 1-0. 93 on the gun from the big lanky lefty. And that's misses outside, 2-0. Like the quick pace again. Game 3 of the day starts at 11 o'clock, so this game needs to finish quick so that I can do the next game, as that's going to be a chopper to the third baseman who's on the infield grass, and that is a quick 2 down. So again, the Venezuela and Mexico game will start after this. Whether or not I'm able to do the game or not is yet to be decided. I will stick with this game if it is a close game. If not, I'll bail on you guys and start the next one, as that's going to be filed away 0-1. Colby Thomas, 0 for 1 on the day, struck out looking in his first at bat. Again, a pitch that was questionable. All right, the 0-1 pitch. That's in there for a ball. 1-1. Okay. And the 1-1 misses, and it's 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch, and did it hit his foot? Did not hit his foot, and that's 2-2. Looked like it might have hit his foot, but he's not headed to first base, which means it probably didn't. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Thomas, and we'll go to a break. I believe they're having a 5th inning break or 5th inning stretch, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. Refill your beverages, ladies and gentlemen. we should be coming back pretty soon, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. All right, they're showing the stadium finally. Nope, that's not actual stadium. So again, in the KBO, we have a 5th inning stretch, which is about 3 minutes after the end of the 5th inning. And it is the same thing that they're doing here. There's no 7th inning stretch, the middle of the 7th, where you go do whatever and then sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." That is not here. Looks like the umpires are back out on the field as they're running around. So we should be about ready to come back. So Villegas will lead things off. We'll see if Thompson is still out there. All right, so they're finally in the batter's box. And so, new pitcher for the U.S. team is Sam Bernschutter. I'm sorry. The Koreans trying to read the English names of these guys is all right. The 0-2 pitch fouled straight back, stays 0-2, 95 on the gun there. So he is in the Cincinnati farm system, AA and AAA on the season, 33 games, 11 starts, 4.33 ERA, 104 innings. Did they go around? I don't think he did, but he did not. 104 innings, 101 strikeouts. So he is a man that can strike some guys out. And that is one of them right there, as that's going to be in the dirt. He's going to throw to first, and one away. All right, so one away. Vaz will step in and looks at ball one on the inside. And the 2-0, that's in there for a strike, 2-1. Just and a foul the way, 2-2. And ooh, Bernschroeder was walking off the mound like he had struck him out. That is not going to make the old umpire very happy. All right, the 3-2. That one will be a strikeout, though, as that is strikeout number 2 for the big righty. He's like, I can't believe you made me throw an extra pitch. And so 2 down now, and that's going to bring up Caballos. All right, here comes the first pitch. Caballos, 1 for 2 on the day. That is lifted. Going, center fielder at the wall. Goodbye. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to put Puerto Rico up 1-0, as that one was going. The center fielder jumps, but just out of the reach and into into the bullpen, out in right field, as that's going to be a ground ball past the third baseman, and they've now got back-to-back hits and a runner on. As Bernschroeder is going to have a mound visit from old McIver, as after that pitch that he threw, he threw that pitch to Vaz that wasn't called a strike, ended up striking him out on the next one, and then now it kind of seems like he might be upset with him. He's not able to put himself back. I don't know how to say it. Seems like he's kind of lost his composure a little bit, as we'll see what happens here, as Cortez 0 for 2 on the day, as that's in there for a strike. 96 on the gun. So Bernschroeder again, 101 strikeouts, 43 walks, gave up 6 home runs on the season, so not a lot of home runs. Sorry, this is Ross. Again, Cortez had the single and swing and a miss there. Ross 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that is lifted into right field, and that's going. Right fielder at the track. Another one that's had legs, but not quite enough. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Puerto Rico goes up 1-0. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. No big deal. Only 1 run, right? Only 1 run. All right. Team USA will start with the number 9 hitter, Devaney, and then flip the lineup back over to Simpson and Shaw. Again, Shaw is the only 2 hits for USA. USA has 1 walk besides that. So they've had 3 base runners, twice were Shaw with a singles, and then Devaney had a walk in his one at bat. So can they put something together? Because these offenses have been not looking good against the pitching. The high fastballs have been trouble for both teams, honestly. So we'll see who comes out to pitch for Puerto Rico. See if Burgos stays out there or if he may make a pitching change. Nope, it looks like he'll still stay out there. All right, well. All right, so bottom of the sixth here. Devaney will lead things off. And that's in there for a strike. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Devaney, and that's low and inside, 1-1. Coming real close to the back foot of these right-handed batters. All right, to the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a chopper. Third baseman grabs it, throws to first, and one away. That's going to flip the lineup back up. Simpson will now head to the plates. Chandler Simpson, the right fielder. And that's in there for a strike. As the catcher snow coned that and held it until the umpire gave him a strike, but then immediately dropped it after that. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Mr. Chandler Simpson as sets up on the outside, and that's way outside, 1-1. Team USA is struggling offensively here in game one for them. And that's bounces back to the backstop and 2-1. So in game one, Panama ended up taking a big 7-2 lead. Netherlands came back to tie it up 7-7 in the bottom of the eighth. Or sorry, the bottom. I don't know. As that's going to be a single into left field, and Simpson will be on base. He has wheels, ladies and gentlemen. He has wheels. So we'll see if they put him in motion. But yeah, Panama ended up, Netherlands ended up taking the lead in the bottom of the eighth, 8-7. And then Ruben Tejada, former Mets receiver of the Chase Utley slide, ended up hitting the tying home run in the top of the ninth, but nothing happened in the. All right, so we've got a pitching change. We'll see who comes in. As they're going to have Shaw. Again, Shaw, the righty. Both lefties that have pitched against him have not gotten him out, or he hasn't been gotten out by any lefties. So I had to think that they're going to try to bring in some sort of righty here. As far as closers for Puerto Rico, I would have to say Osvaldo Barrios, who is in the St. Louis, the St. Louis organization, high A and double A. He is the only one with a save on the entire season. There are some other guys that aren't starters, obviously, but yeah, Jorge Benitez, maybe? He's in the Boston system now. He was in the Dodger system. That's got to suck. You're in the Dodger system and then you get traded to the Red Sox system as he works his way up. There are a couple guys that don't show up on any stat sheets, so I don't know exactly where they're at or anything. But Simpson on first base. We'll see if they put him in motion. He has got plenty of speed, and they need to do something. Again, Shaw 2 for 2 on the day. As Team USA did get their third hit finally. All right, so we should be ready to come back, I think. Maybe. All right. Yeah, we've got a righty on the mound, number 33. And this is the guy that I said I thought would be closing. Osvaldo Barrios is taken over for Burgos. All right, first pitch is way outside, ball one. They are going to be worried about Simpson. They are going to be worried about Simpson. And to get him in scoring position for Shaw, as that's his ball 2-0. But it doesn't matter if you can't throw strikes anyway. Simpson with a decent sized lead over there at first base. As his right foot is even with the edge of the arc. And that's in the dirts, 3-0. All right, the 3-0 count to Shaw. Matt Shaw. And that's in there for a strike. 3-1. Seeing if they were giving him the go. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch. He goes, and he sails that to center field. It was not particularly close as the throw was way out there to center field. It was a strike, though, so that's going to bring the count full 3-2. Might have been able to make it a third if he was aware that the ball sailed into center field. And here comes the 3-2 pitch to Shaw. And fouls that one into the screen, and it stays 3-2. And Simpson bouncing around back there at second base, trying to get his attention, make him think. Maybe get themselves a walk here in a 3-2 counts. Shaw 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles. Was picked off on one. And that hits him. And they'll have runners on first and second with 1 out for Mr. Ritter. Oh, Luke Ritter with the chance. Have a little visit from the catcher. as the rest of the team comes in, and now the pitching coach is going to make his way out onto the mound and talk to his pitcher again. Loving the Spanish music going on in the background. Reminds me of watching some working back in the States. All right. And they're going to keep him out on the mound. Dancing in the stands. All right, you've got Ritter. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to center field in his first at bats. Popped up to second, or popped up to the catcher in his last. The checks over on Simpson at second, and he is easily back safe. Talking about a double steal here is both Simpson and Shaw have plenty of speed. Does not go, and that's in there for a ball. Ooh, a ball. Ball one. I thought that might give him a strike. That was a strike earlier in the game. But here comes the 1-0 pitch as he looks in, gets the sign. Catcher sets up right down the middle. As Simpson goes, and a double steal on a pitch near the dirt. And Simpson with 2 stolen bases now, and runners at second and third with 1 out. A fly ball ties this game. A single gives the U.S. the lead. And the 2-0 pitch, that's going to be a liner right at the shortstop, and that is awful luck for the U.S. team. As that was perfect positioning right at the shortstop. He makes 1 step to his left. And, yeah. Well, now you've got another mound visit. This should be a pitching change here then. As McIver is going to come in. And, yep, we'll have ourselves a little pitching change. So running in is a big lefty with some hair flowing out the back of his hat. I didn't see what number he was, so I can't tell you who he is. But that is a big line out from Ritter. Ritter now 0 for 2 with runners on base. Again, Shaw in the first inning, he singled, was picked off, and then Ritter flew out. And then the next at-bat, Shaw had a single to lead off the 4th inning, and then Ritter ended up popping it up foul, so didn't even hit it fair. And then now he comes up to bats with runners at second and third after the double steal, and lines to the shortstop whenever the tying run is 90 feet away. Running into some serious issues offensively is this Team USA. Alright, we should be coming back now, I would think. And the catcher, McIver, will be up to bats. Benitez, Jorge Benitez, out on the mound. All right, McIver is 0 for 2 and looks it's ball one low, 1-0. McIver 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts so far today. Old Willie McIver. All right, the 1-0 pitch. And way outside, 2-0. A pass ball will also score a run. So out on the mound right now is Jorge Benitez. And this is the guy that is in the Boston farm system right now, AAA for Boston. 50 walks in 45.2 innings. As that one is fouled away. And 2-1. Not only that, he's given up 7 home runs and has an ERA or a whip of over 2. All right, the 2-1 pitch to McIver from Benitez. This may be the best chance the U.S. has, and that's a big swing and a miss as it blows it past him. It's 94. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Sets up and fouls it away. Missed his spots pretty badly. The catcher set up high and inside, but it was low and inside. He was able to get a little bit of on the bats. Man. Oh, it was so much easier whenever I didn't care who won. So much easier to broadcast when I just don't care who's playing. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Runners on to second and third. And a diving stop by the first baseman. Wow. And the Team USA just cannot get a break. As 2 liners, second and third with 1 out, and a liner to the shortstop, and a diving stop by the first baseman who was playing way off the bag. And yeah, nothing you can do whenever they have you played and positioned perfectly. They get a single, a hit by pitch, 3 steals in the inning, but 0 runs. As we'll go to the 7th inning, and it's not looking good for the U.S. as they just cannot get anything offensively. When they finally do get something offensively, they just run into line drives. Thank you. I can't read the name because it's maybe if I move. Oh, nope. Now you're gone. I can't read. But thank you. All right. So Centeno will lead things off for Puerto Rico. He's 0 for 2, but I do not know what happened in his last at-bats. He struck out. All I know is he was out. Right. We should be a coming back. No. And no. There we go. So top of the 7th. We'll see who comes out. We'll see if Ben Schroeder still comes out. He again gave up the solo shots with 2 outs and then a single right after that. And Ross for Puerto Rico gave a long fly ball to right field at the track, but he's still out there. Ben Schroeder is still out there. All right, top of the 7th now. Ben Schroeder is still out there. 2 strikeouts to start last inning, as that's going to be a first pitch, but fair, yeah. I was like, there was no call from the first base umpire. So Centeno thought it was foul, but we're not going to see anything with this angle. I don't know why they're even showing it, but they're not. They're just going to show a still picture. And then I think was there another pitch? No, maybe, I don't know. The camera angles in this Premier 12 tournament are very, very bad. The camera work, the broadcasting work is all awful. All right, there's a big swing and a miss there. Herrera 0 for 2, a 6-3 ground out and a 4-3 ground out so far today. And that is bounced into the dirt. 1-1. We'll see how quickly this game gets over. Again, Venezuela and Mexico will start at 11 o'clock. I will finish this game as long as it stays close like that, as that's a beautiful off-speed pitch. 80 on the gun, which is ridiculous considering he's thrown 95, 96 the other time. America? I'm American? All right. Oh, really? All right. The 2-2 just misses outside. What number is your brother? Is it 21? Nope, they don't have a number 21. All right, the 3-2 pitch that's lifted up and out of play. Stays 3-2. I would root for Puerto Rico. I mean, you have Yachty. Yachty is the manager for the Puerto Rican team, correct? And there's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Ben Schroeder, and 2 away. Okay, well, we'll do this. What team did he play for this year? Number 2, Ohani Sharon, as that is in there at the bottom of the zone. Ohani. Yeah. Ohani Sharon. All right, the 0-1 way outside, 1-1. Yeah, I know. I haven't been in Spanish class for I don't know how long. Oh, Johnny? But see, with the Spanish name, J is pronounced with the H. as that's going to be fouled away. 2-2. Chacon. Yeah, I tried to find so I have this sheet here. I did all my research. Here he is, number 1 on up at the top there. But he didn't have any stats for the season. As that's just misses outside and another 3-2 count. Yeah, I mean I have a lot of like what is it? Andres Santiago plays for Puerto Rico. And I have his numbers. I have a lot of guys. Luis Cruz plays for Puerto Rico. Mayeguez has the 3-2 counts once again after he fouls that one off. And that'll be ball 4. Yeah, so I have stats for almost all of them. Just because I don't watch. Obviously, I don't watch the Puerto Rican leagues. I don't watch the Dominican leagues. I don't even watch the. I don't even watch MLB. All right, Rivera will step in. He walked and stole a base in his first at bats. A 6-3 ground out in his second, and looks at ball 1 way outside. Yeah. I live in Korea. So obviously the time difference is pretty rough. As the 1-0 pitch. Ben Shoder checks over on and the 1-0, did he go? He did. The home plate umpire is going to make that call, and it's 1-1 now. Rivera with the big O goatee and the safety goggles. And the 1-1, that's lifted foul, but out of play, and that'll be 1-2 now. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. And in the dirt, 2-2. Try to get him to chase at the off-speed pitch in the dirt, but it's nothing. Yeah, I feel weird, because it's like, well, Puerto Rico is, might as well. It's the U.S., not the U.S., but the U.S. is that's going to be a foul swing and a miss, and he's out anyway because he was way out down the foul territory. As that's going to be another strikeout. We'll go to we'll go to the 8th. Sorry, the bottom of the 7th. As Team USA is trying to at least not get shut out. Yeah, I can imagine. That's like when USA and Korea play. Like I'm like, I'm American, but I've lived in Korea for 11 years now. I know the Korean players. They know me. It's kind of like, who do I root for? All right, Elko will lead things off for old Team USA. 0 for 2 for him, as the middle of this lineup, honestly, except for Shaw and a couple guys, really this offense, this team has just not been good. All right, so we should be about to back. We'll see. Oh. I need a nap. All right, now we're back. Oh, Benitez still out there on the mound for Team Puerto Rico. We got ourselves a little break of some sorts. I can just hear nothing but rock music playing in my ear. Not entirely sure what the heck is going on. Now we've got the bugles going, taps or wake up music. All right, so now I think we're ready to finally play. All right, Elko steps in 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts so far today. And the first pitch is fouled straight back. 0 1. Timothy Elko. All right, the 0 1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. 0 2. U.S. was still just 3 hits on the day. Do have a walk and a hit by pitch, but no chance at runs, really. All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up upstairs again, and that one is going to be lifted, but right at the center fielder. And that is 1 away. Again, last inning, Team USA had a single, a stolen base, a hit by pitch, and a double steal to put runners at second and third with only 1 out. And the 3-4 hitters coming up, but both the 3 and 4 hitters lined out to the infield. And that's why they still have 0 runs. All right, so Williams steps in now. And that's misses outside 1-0. 78 on the gun. Carson Williams 0 for 2, struck out in his first at bat, then flew out to right in his second at bat. And that's way outside again, 2-0. We'll see if Benitez can get a little wild here. Again, 50 walks in just 45.2 innings on the season in AA and AAA for LA and Boston. 34 games, 50 walks. As that runs way inside, 3-0. All right, the 3-0 pitch. And that's outside, ball 4. And they've got themselves a runner on base again. Crawford will come up to bat. We'll see if we have a mound visit as Benitez is really sweating hard out there. All right, Justin Crawford, the center fielder, steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to right field in his first at bat and a 5-3 ground out in his second. Catcher sets up on the outside. And that's in there for a strike. love the I still love the double ear flap super padded helmets. They're amazing. All right, the 0-1 pitch. And pops him up. The catcher throws off the mask and back, and that is another hop up to the catcher in foul territory with a runner on base and 2 away now. Really seems that most of these young guys are trying to do everything. All right, Thomas will step in now. There's another runner on first that nobody's been able to advance a runner yet. That is low, 1-0. Again, the only advancement that any runner has done has been from wild pitches or steals. There's not been any hits or even balls put into play that allowed a runner to move up to the next base for Team USA. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. And the steal out. Ooh, he's safe. He slid off the bag. They tried to tag him again, and I think they're going to end up trying to review this. The umpire called him safe. It looked like he beat it, but he kind of slid off the bag. We'll have to check again. That's going to be... So he beats the throw, a awful slide. And he comes off. Ooh. We'll see. I'm watching it. So I live in Korea, and I can purchase each game I want to watch for like 75 cents. And so I can watch it live. Depending on where you are, if you're in the U.S., you have 2 options. There's a company called DAZN, D-A-Z-N. DAZN is the official coverage. It's a paid thing though, and then there's also like GameTime.sport or GameSport or something like that. And you can purchase a package. The package is was it like $14 for a group, or you can buy the whole tournament for $25. So he slides past the bag and he swipes the tag. He tries to tag him, but then he goes for his hand. His hand misses. I think he's out. It looked like he tagged his foot when it was off the bag. This is probably one of the worst slides I've seen. Like he slid head first, but his arms were back here behind him, which is why he slid so far past. I think he's out. I'm almost positive he's out. It was one of the worst slides I've seen. Is he went to slide, and instead of putting his hands out so that he could grab the bag and hook the bag, his hands were back towards his back. He's out. No, he's safe. Wow. Wow. Not only is he safe, that was a ball on the pitch. So now it's 2-0. I definitely thought he was out. Hopefully the first base coach at least told him how to slide. All right. Now you got another runner in scoring position for Thomas. The 2-0 counts. And that misses inside 3-0. Williams walked and stole a base. Now you've got Thomas with a 3-0 count. And he goes safe. And I don't know if what that pitch was. They haven't said what the pitch was. Oh, was a strike. All right, so you've got a 3-1 count now. Now a single definitely scores a run or a wild pitch. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4. All right, that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Devaney. Or Devani. Devani. I think Devani sounds better. Devani. We're going to go with Devani. Playing Eminem in the background in Mexico. All right. Are we ready? I think we're ready finally. All right. All right. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. The number 9 hitter up to bats as 2 walks and 2 stolen bases. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So Team USA with 5 stolen bases in the last 2 innings. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And fouled away, 0-2. We'll see what happens here. Do they put him in motion at first base? Left fielder, you got to think that he's got some speed. Benitez wants a different ball. And we'll reset here as he gets the sign. And he's saying, throw it up. High fastball. And the 0-2, and that's a high fastball. Did he go? He did not go. And another stolen base. Did go around, but the first base umpire said no. The first base umpire was checking out not the game, because he definitely went around. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch now. Or do they go back to that same pitch? As that's in the dirt, gets away from him, but it's not far enough for the runner to come. And it's 2-2 now. I just hope that the camera angles and the quality is better for the super round. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Are they going to go upstairs again? They are, and that is fouled away. He was late on it, but is able to get enough to foul it away, and it stays 2-2. All right, so the 2-2 way outside, and we've got the counts full. And he's already walked 2 guys this inning. 6 stolen bases in the last 2 innings. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch. All right, the 3-2, and that's going to be ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Like I said earlier, he struggles with command, 50 walks in 45.2 innings. And they're going to keep him out there. Very interesting. Keeping him out there. Yeah, I mean, Simpson and Shaw. Simpson with a single and 2 stolen bases in his last at-bats. He's also a guy that if he gives you a chopper up the middle or something, he can beat it out. All right. Woo! Way up and in. Let it hit you, man. Let it hit you. That's a tie run. That was way up and in, but all right, here we go. We've got the 1-0 counts to Simpson. 1 for 3 on the day. The bases are loaded, and that is in there for a strike. 1-1. Yeah, you say that, but that was pretty. That was also pretty high and tight. If it's a little lower, I think you turn and get yourself a game time tattoo. All right, the 1-1, that's breaks in there for a strike. The pitcher and catcher were completely confused, but it was across the middle as the catcher was sliding way over to the right, but was able to catch it still. And if he doesn't catch that, that's going to be a tying run. All right, we've got the 1-2 pitch. Bases are loaded. Simpson up to bat. And that's going to be a ground ball. 6-4. And once again, Team USA failed to do anything with a runner on base. They have yet to advance a runner when someone has been on base. And we will go to the 8th inning. Team USA down to their last 6 outs, looking for any sort of a miracle. Again, they really just have not done anything offensively once they've had guys on. Again, so you have in the 3rd inning, Devani ended up with a walk, a fly out in the next at bats. Then the next inning, Shaw led off the 3rd inning with a single. You had a pop up to foul territory and 2 strikeouts. So again, not even putting the ball in play to move a runner over. 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. And then in the fifth, you had a single, a stolen base, and then a hit by pitch, and then a double steal. So you've got runners on second and third, and again, you haven't even gotten a hit or an out or anything that has moved the runners over. A line out to short and a line out to first baseman. Both of those are outs that don't even move a runner over, because if they move a runner over, obviously you score a run. Then this last inning, you had a walk, and then he stole a base. So you've got first base open, steals another base, steals third base. So you've got a runner over at nobody on base. On first, you walk him, and then he steals. So now he's at second, hasn't had anybody doing anything. Then you get another walk to load the bases, and you get a ground out. They have yet to actually put the ball in play and move a runner over when they've had runners on base. Absolutely impossible to do anything with that type of production, honestly. So we'll have the top of the eighth. I have to imagine that Britton Schroeder is out, as he is. 24 is out on the mound now, as that's the big... the one that I really want to watch, Anthony Goose. So again, I believe the former Detroit Tiger outfielder reinvented himself as a played for Cleveland this year. I can't believe. There's no way he can't keep him in there, as he's walked 3 guys. All right, the 0-1 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss, and that's 0-2. I thought that first pitch was a ball. But according to the old... All right, so Villegas, as that's runs up and in 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be a chopper up the middle. Shortstop on the second base side, fields it, throws, and in time. Big play there. Again, the shortstop way over on the second base side. His second baseman was headed towards second base. Good thing that the shortstop was there, because his momentum was able to keep him and going towards first base, and he gets him by half a step. As Vaz will step in now, a 4-6-3 double play and 2 strikeouts, and he looks at ball 1 apparently. Oh, Ghost again throws hard. Has played in the Cleveland Indians system this year. Also played in the Dominican League. Did actually get up to the AL. Did actually make the majors this year. 41 games of 5-4, 3.72 ERA, 27 walks, 59 strikeouts, and 44.2 innings. As that is in there for strike. That one is a strike, but the one that was a little bit higher was a ball, but that was at the bottom of the zone. I don't know. This is why I love the KBO ABS system. Every pitch, every at-bat, every umpire is always the same, as that's going to be a pop fly, shortstop under it, and 2 away. So in the KBO, here in Korea, they have robot umpires. So it doesn't matter who the umpire is, what count it is, the strike zone is always the same, because everything is based off of numbers. It's based off your height, and it's a percentage of your height is the top of the zone, a percentage of your height is the bottom of the zone. It doesn't matter if the umpire catches it or if the catcher catches it. It doesn't matter at all. It's always the same. It doesn't matter what type of game, who the umpire is, or anything. And it's honestly, it has made the game so much better to watch that it's unbelievable. As that is in the dirt, and that's going to be 3-0. So the BIOS, he's 2 for 3. He is the solo home run that has given Puerto Rico the 1 run in this game, as that is in there for strike. 3-1. All right, the 3-1 count. As blows it past him as he gets a piece of it, but 3-2 now. So Ceballos doubled in his first at bat, struck out in his second on a full count, and then a homer in his third at bat. We've got ourselves a 3-2 count here. And the catcher sets up on the outside, and that's popped foul down the right field side into the second deck. Bounces and bounces and bounces and stays 3-2. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here comes the 3-2 counts as it goes, sets, and pops him up. First baseman over in foul territory, and 3 away. As 1, 2, 3 goes Team Puerto Rico, but we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Puerto Rico 1 and U.S. 0. I think I accidentally muted myself. All right, we'll see who. Again, we'll see who comes out. It'll be interesting to see. Because a lot of these guys aren't closers. And again, the one guy that I thought would be the closer, Barrios, they went with him seconds. So I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know who's gonna come in. I can't imagine that they're gonna have him stay out there. He's just too wild. So they've gone with the 3 Bs: Burgos, Benitez, and Barrios. Actually, all 4 guys that have a B in their last name have all been already picked. So maybe he's like, oh well, it's a B day. All right. So we'll see. I could see him go. I can't imagine him. He's gonna go Angel Miranda, who's played in NAIA. It's not even like he's playing in, NCAA. Yeah, I have no idea who's gonna go. Ramirez. So Ruben Ramirez. It sounds like is what they said. Yep, Ruben Ramirez. So Ruben Ramirez steps in. He's played in Quebec in the Frontier League. All right. Shaw steps in. He's been on base all 3 times. Looks at ball 1 on the outside. So he was single picked off in his first at bat. A single made it, and then a hit by pitch with a stolen base in his third at bat. So he's 2 for 2 with a 2 singles and a walk, stolen base and a pickoff, and that is in there for strike 1-1. All right, the 1-1. And that's going to be a ground ball. Another single for Brian Shaw, world's strongest man, Brian Shaw. That is another Matt Shaw. No. So the problem for me is, like right now it's almost 11 a.m. So I'm 15 hours difference. So, and then obviously I have my regular job, so I won't be able to stream all of the games. I can only stream the early game, like the Panama versus Netherlands game earlier that was at it started at 4 a.m. here, so I can stream that before I go to work. But for the most parts, I will only be able to stream the Group B games unless it's a weekend, as the 1-1 is fouled straight back, and it's 1-2. So the nice thing is the both of the final rounds are gonna be on the weekend here in Japan, so same time zone as I'm in. As the 1-2 pitch is fouled away. Again, the U.S. has still not had a productive outs that was able to move a base runner over yet. They're looking for their first. Actually, they're looking for their first run, and they would love to have a hit with runners on base. All right, the 1-2 pitch checks over on Shaw. That is a snap throw. All right, the 1-2 pitch fouled, but's not able to hold on to it as the catcher, and it stays 1-2. All right, the 1-2 fouled straight back. And up. And that's in the dirt. 2-2 as the catcher throws his mask all the way outside of the batter's circle. All right, the 2-2 pitch. And that is going to be lifted into the gap. That's going to one hop into the wall, grabs it, turns and throws. And they'll have a double that'll put runners on a second and a third with nobody out as they finally come up with a hit with runners on base. It's ridiculous. So actually what I recommend is when you have free time, if you go and look at some of the videos, because I have season tickets for the last, I don't know, 6 years, 7 years. I'm right in the cheer section, so I actually film 360-degree videos. So yeah, you can check out any of those. As be an easy way to see what the actual atmosphere is like. So yeah, there's quite a few different ones here on my YouTube channel. All right, the 0-1 pitch to McIver. And that's going to be a chopper up the middle and not going to be able to do anything as the second baseman grabs it, looks the runner's back, and that was a big, big out. As quickly running in the chopper over the pitcher, but the second baseman played it perfectly as he was real close to the line with the right-handed hitter, is able to field it behind the pitcher's mound and look him back, and still runners at second and third as we've got one out. All right, so we'll have a little mound visit real quick as they try to figure out how they're gonna pitch to Elko. Again, the infield has to be drawn in, and again, you got Elko, who a left-handed hitter. You've got him can easily poke one through over on the side. This is a dangerous, dangerous situation. He does have 2 strikeouts on the day, though. But with those 2 strikeouts, he also has a fly ball to center. So any fly ball is going to... Oh, never mind. It's not even him. It's Ryan Ward is going to pinch hit. Yeah, Elko is a right-hander. No, Elko is done, and that's going to bring up Ward. And now the pitching coach comes out, and we'll have a pitching change. I will be right back. All right. Let's see who's coming in to pitch. It was a lefty, but they didn't show his name or his number. All right, so looks like 62, Louis Citron. So now we'll have another pinch hitter. Ward will not hit. Lefty. Chris Oakey. And that's going to be trouble as that's sliding catch. Base. Pop fly. The left fielder comes running in and makes the sliding catch. And honestly, the Team USA just cannot get a break as they're 2 away now. Again, they've had runners on second and third and lined out twice. They had runners at second and third, and a chopper was fielded by the second baseman, and then a running a sliding catch by the left fielder. As Williams will step in. Maybe. All right, it's Williams. No pressure at all, right? Williams walked and stole 2 bases in his last at bats. He's 0 for 2 on the day, though. A strikeout, a flyout to right. And that one is crushed, but not enough right at the track. And that will be 3 away as Team USA once again is not able to do anything once they get runners in scoring position. As first and second and third with nobody out and a ground out and 2 flyouts and not able to get a run home. As at this point, they honestly don't really deserve to win. The inability to come up with not even a hit, just a good out. As Oki comes up to bat and is, Elko is pinch hit with Ward. Ward doesn't bat because they bring in a lefty. So then Oki comes up and he first pitch swinging and pops it up. And then Williams gave it a ride. Would have been if that would have been Oki's hit or Oki or I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Would have been his at bat. That would have scored the tying run, and again, you would have had a productive out. But they have yet to have a good productive out where moved runners over. This double with runner on first was the only time all game that they have had any sort of movements with an at bat. We will go to the top of the ninth. Team USA down to their final 3 outs. Again, I will go. Starts the Venezuela versus Mexico stream as soon as this one ends. It's supposed to start in 7 minutes, but obviously it is not going to start in 7 minutes. No, out on the mound, number 55, Spencer Patton. Spencer Patton will step onto the mound. Mexican League and the Dominican League. And stepping in for Puerto Rico is going to be Cortez. And the first pitch is fouled away, 0-1. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And misses inside, 1-1. in there for a strike. 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. All right, that's going to bring up Ross, the first baseman, a single, a strikeout, and a flyout to right field. And a swing and a miss there. 0-1. All right, so the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. And way upstairs, 1 and 2. Trying to. Why does it say 0 out? There's definitely. And another strikeout. And another strike. All right, so there we go. All right. The 0-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. 0-2. And upstairs, 1 and 2. All right, so the 1-2 pitch. And misses low. 2-2. Doesn't chase. That's one down at the bottom. And 2-2 now. 2 strikeouts so far for Mr. Spencer Patton. All right, the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, and a swing and a miss as he strikes out the stride. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. And the U.S. will come up to bat with 3 outs remaining as they attempt to not get skunked. Again, they've left plenty of runners on base. The hits and stolen bases and everything else, but nothing going for the Team USA as they just cannot come up with a hit or a productive out once they do get runners on base, and especially runners in scoring position. Looking to tie this game up at least, if not to win it, as they will have they'll have the 8s, 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Crawford, Thomas, and Devani. Crawford is 0 for 3. Thomas is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and Devani is 0 for 1. They do have 3 walks between the 3 of them. So we'll see if there's some pinch hitting also in this situation. Again, Ward and Oki both have already been used as pinch hitters to replace Elko. We'll also have to see who Puerto Rico is going to come with to try to close this out? They use Citron, who didn't really play that much. All right. All right, Crawford steps in, center fielder. We'll see who's out on there. Is 62. Citron is still out there. As they're going to give him the opportunity to get the save. They might go lefty-righty matchups is also a possibility. All right, the first pitch. That's going to be at least a double, as that's going to roll to the wall, as Crawford is going to hang out at second base with a leadoff double. And Team USA is not going to go quietly in the ninth. Lost his sliding glove in the process. The fan is like sticking his glove out like, oh, throw it to me, throw it to me. It's like, what? All right, that's going to bring up a Thomas. Again, Colby Thomas does have a walk and a stolen base. Yeah, KBO right now, you'd have a bunt. All right, it's the first pitch, low, ball 2, or ball 1. Ball 2, first pitch. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch. And pops that one up. The center fielder under it. Are they going to tag up? They are gonna tag up. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A productive out, as that is going to move the runner over to third base. And now you've got the tying run 90 feet away. As Thomas is just like, please, please get to third. The first productive out of the game for Team USA, as he was easily in there at third. All right, now you've got 1 out. You've got Devani as on the mound, as we'll see what happens here, as we'll have ourselves a pitching change. And yeah. So we'll have ourselves a pitching change. We'll see what happens. Let's double check my numbers here. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4, 5, and 6. The offense has come alive a little bit, at least as far as opportunities. Again, in the 7th inning, you had 3 walks, 3 stolen bases, loaded the bases, but nothing. Then back in the 8th inning, last inning, you had a leadoff single followed by a double, moves runners to second and third, but a ground out, a fly out, and a fly out that wasn't able to score a run. And then you got Crawford with the leadoff double, moved him over on the flyouts by Colby Thomas, and that's going to bring up Devani, Cam Devani, who is 0 for 1 on the day, but does have 2 walks, and we'll see if he is able to do anything to at least get the tying run home. We should be back. I think maybe. it's number 63 out on the mound, Luis Cruz. Will try to close this game out and keep. It's just lefty after lefty after lefty, man. It's and the U.S. is very right-handed hitter. What's crazy is so in the KBO, everybody throws right-handed, but everybody bats left-handed. All right, Devani. It looks like it got really foggy all of a sudden. Maybe it's just the quality of the cameras. All right, here comes the first pitch in the dirts. As that is. What's crazy is I used to be left-handed. I was born left-handed. But I broke my left arm when I was little. And so I switched to being right-handed. Otherwise, I probably would be leading a vastly, vastly different life. All right, to the 1-0 pitch. And that is ripped foul out of the stadium, but foul. That was almost a game ending. What the heck? You've got to be kidding me. Oh my Lord, I'm going to break the streaming platform as my TV just went off. I have no idea what's going on in this game. Yeah, I have no idea. Hopefully I can get, as there's a pop-up into foul territory and 2 away. No, that's not right. I have no idea what just happened. Unfortunately, I know there's 2 outs. Oh, they were thrown out at home. As the ground ball, the second baseman grabs it, throws home, and he is out at home. And that means that Simpson is going to be on first. Or sorry, Simpson is going to come up to bat with a runner on first as Team USA is just not done well at all. They've had way more than enough base runners, but they have absolutely done nothing once they've had base runners, and they do not deserve whatsoever to win this game. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch as that's fouled away. 1-1. All right. Why are we showing this TrackMan for one time? Like, leave it up there or don't. One of the two. All right, the 1-1 pitch. And fouled away. 1-2. The U.S. is down to their final strike. So many opportunities in this just the last 3 innings, last 4 innings now. They've had runners at third base and have not been able to do anything. As the 1-2 pitch, that's outside, 2-2. Team USA down to their final strike as the leadoff double, the fly ball moved the runner over. All right, the 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be a liner, and that will be it. As the liner to the second baseman ends as Puerto Rico gets the victory. And yeah, Team USA did not deserve any sort of win whatsoever, as Puerto Rico gave up a ton of hits, a ton of walks, and the U.S. just ran all over Puerto Rico. But when the timing was important, Puerto Rico just. I mean, you got to give them something. They had plenty of strikeouts. But yeah, I mean, a bunch of guys that seemed like they had never once been in any sort of pressure situation in their entire life. As soon as they had any sort of chance, they immediately just buckled. But that'll be it for me. I've got to get ready for the other game, the Venezuela versus Mexico game that started 11 minutes ago. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I believe it's Venezuela versus Puerto Rico. So I will be doing the Venezuela versus Mexico game that's already started, and then tomorrow morning or tomorrow night for you guys, or maybe afternoon, I don't even know. I will do the I believe Venezuela versus Puerto Rico game. So until next time, thank you guys. I will see you then.